Clean and Connect. So tell us about like again, like exactly what is it, who is it for, who can join, is it open to the public?
If you are a cleaner, a plumber, electrician, a GC, painter, if you service homes in any capacity, Clean and Connect is for you.
I heard you say Tampa and I heard you say meat. So I'm wondering, is this only for people in Tampa? Is this all over the world or just all over the country? Like tell us like who can anybody come in?
You can open a chapter for yourself. We can help you set up the same structure we have here in Tampa.
How can somebody go about joining Clean and Connect?
There are so many people within this cleaning industry that crash. They don't stay the course. They find that their back is up against the wall, and that is what Cleaner Connect does. We bridge the gap amongst cleaning service providers.
Make it flat rate. If it's not a flat rate for your staff, you're going to lose.
What advice would you give to people who want to improve on their speed?
It's really not something that a person can do.
Partnership. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about partnering with somebody?
Dang, she wasn't nice with it, but I understand. Oh,
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons back with another great interview for y'all today, y'all. And this is a special one because today's guest is somebody that I met about 2 years ago, almost exactly. She came to the 2023 CBN conference, and she was just a ball of energy. She was the life of the party, y'all. And I ain't really even know who she was when I got there. But by the time I left, I damn sure knew who she was, right? So, and she came last year as well, and she made sure that her presence was felt. And I really appreciate it. And I just had to reach out to her and I had to ask you, like, we need you to host this conference this year. So, and she accepted. I appreciated it. So I had to invite her on for an interview so I can let y'all get to know her as well. For those who don't know, she's a partner in the Community Cleaners Connect. So she's also a leader in our industry as well. And she's also the owner of Bust Down, Scrub Down Cleaning Service out of Tampa, Florida. So please welcome, without further ado, Miss Angel Shackelford. What's up, Miss Angel?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not just having you. I'm also having some help. All right. So you got a partner as well. So I wanted to have you introduce her.
Coming to the stage, my business partner, Landa Francois, owner of Essential Janitorial Solutions, also the owner of EBS. She is there for all your essential needs for your business. I met Landa a while ago. She'll tell you a little bit about how we met, but she is definitely an asset. She's younger, she's childless, and she's able to do things that I don't want to do. Landa.
That's what's up.
well, good morning, everyone, and good morning to both of you. Thank you, AJ, for having me as well. And Miss Angel, thank you for including me, as always. Me and Angel, we met back in 2021. She had a job, and I saw she posted just like always. If she has an opportunity, she's gonna post it. The community is gonna get to see it. You know, get to learn and earn from her. So I reached out and I told her about myself. I said, hey, I do commercial cleaning now because we know how some cleaners can be like, hey, I got my paperwork. So if you need a helper or you need a sub, let me know. But prior to that, it was every time someone's looking for a cleaner, she's always getting tagged. She's always getting tagged under these local groups, whether it's a mom group, a realtor group, or just a random local group. If somebody was looking for a cleaner, Angel would be tagged at least 3 out of 10 times at minimum. So I was like, what is she doing that I'm not doing? There was no jealousy. It was like, what are you doing what I'm not doing? I don't know if she added me or I added her. From there, it's been history.
That's what's
So,
up. That's what's up.
and I get to learn so much from her, not just as a business partner, as a mother. I'm still young. She's teaching me certain ropes to prevent me from making certain, life decisions that will impact me way later on. So she's a great person to host this event this year. So I can't wait
Thank
to see
Absolutely.
her.
you.
I highly agree. So, with that said, though, let's kind of jump into it a bit. So, I'm gonna start with you, Angel, first. Just kind of give us a background for the audience who don't know, just a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about your background, and then Landa, you after that.
So my mom, she hired me at 11 years old to work for her cleaning company, J Shack Cleaning Services. So, back then, and still some today, because I'm one of those, like, you're going to get swung on. But if you didn't do it right, like, you got in trouble. So my mom really taught me how to just do it right the first time. And of course, as a child, you don't always do that. But what she taught me kind of paved the way for what I became, the owner of my own cleaning company. In between that time, I had a hair braiding business, Angel's House of Braids. 5 years ago, I gift that business to my now 18-year-old daughter, Lovely. She is doing way better than me, doing
Hey,
so good, lock styles. And it's just a blessing to see the growth within the generations, that I've come from. My child, now doing something on the entrepreneurship side. And, me now with the thriving, successful cleaning company. Cleaner Connect, it came about because I wanted to work with more cleaning companies so that I didn't have to schedule my clients out so far. It looked good at first. Hey, you got this appointment in May, but you scheduled somebody out in August. And I'm like, shoot, I might die. I want to make my money now. I'm always like that. Time, money, let's get it. So I start collaborating with other business owners so that we could satisfy the client in of course, like an accommodating time. And Cleaner Connect, we were able to do that. And to date, we're still working and growing with other cleaning companies, but sometimes they give you a frown. It's like, hey, what do you want to do, with me? Why are you so interested in me? We're in the same industry. And where, like Landa said, there's no jealousy, it's more of a collaborative effort. So once they hear about Cleaner Connect and they see how we operate, we are getting more people that are, interested and want to join our Facebook community and want to work with us as well.
gotcha. So let's kind of jump into that for a bit. Let's like clean and connect. So tell us about like again, like exactly what is it, who is it for, who can join, is it open to the public? Like tell us a little bit more.
Landa.
Okay, so Cleaner Connect, we are pretty much we are professional hub for home and building service providers. So if you are a cleaner, a plumber, electrician, a GC, painter, if you service homes in any capacity, Cleaner Connect is for you. So how many times you cleaning a client house and they're like, hey, I need to paint my daughter's room. I'm an empty nester now. Or hey, I need somebody to check this plumbing, and it's like Miss Angel have taught me, well, why are you not the connection for that clientele?
Right.
Why are you not the person referring them? And even if it's just a referral fee, like why are you not the person getting that money? And plus, because you're sending someone to your client, they're gonna trust you. You that you already vetted them, and this person will go in, they'll do the job, they have insurance, they have paperwork. And with Cleaner Connect, it just allows us to do all of that. And then the best thing about it is you really get to meet every third Saturday of the month. And the things that we learn, it doesn't matter what the background is. We've had people in the credit repair industry. We've had health coach. We recently had a mental health person. Our last event was somebody in the project management field that was teaching us how to use project management to scale your business, to cut costs. So it's for anyone. Like I say, if you're in those industries and you do those type of services and you really want to make sure like you staying connected and you are in Tampa too, like
Gotcha.
come
Because that,
together.
that was gonna be
There's no
my next
competition
question.
here. We're just trying to make sure you eat. Because like recently I made $1,000 literally from a junk removal company. Hey Landa, here's a gig. I'm
Nice.
like, oh, okay, thank you. I'll send you a fee, but it's still like, they know Landa got the paperwork. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. And if I can't, hey Angel, I don't have time for this. Can you go? Can you take it on? So it's like we within that network, we just keep the money going amongst
Gotcha.
us.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I heard you say Tampa and I heard you say meat. So I'm wondering, is this only for people in Tampa? Is this all over the world or just all over the country? Like tell us like who can anybody come in?
Anybody can join Cleaner Connect regardless of where you're from, as long you're in those industries, you have those businesses, and you can open a chapter for yourself. So we in Tampa. So say you're in Texas and you're like, hey, I want to do this. We can help you set up the same structure we have here in Tampa. And then we help you get it going so that every third Saturday you meet with different people. So it's for anyone that really wants to do it if
Gotcha.
you
So
have the
how can
time.
somebody go about joining Clean and Connect?
To join Cleaner Connect, we do have a Facebook group. And we also, like I said, the meeting. So you'll have to reach out to us to Cleaners Connect email. So that's Cleaners Connect Solutions at gmail.com. And then you let us know about your business. The biggest thing is you do have to submit your documents to us. We do need to see that, you verify, because if you're not local, we have to vet that we can work with you. And then if you want to start it from there, we do have a paperwork, we do have a file that we'll send to you that have the application, the process, the fees, and what it would cost to start your own Cleaner Connect in your city.
Gotcha. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So that's real interesting. So make sure y'all check that out. So they will basically just email cleanerconnectsolutions@gmail.com.
correct.
Perfect.
And
Got it.
soon, and very soon, our website will be up and live.
Yes.
Soon, yes.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
they'll be able to go to the website as well. And we want people to not be standoffish. We want them to be welcome and open to Cleaner Connect. And don't be afraid to tell a friend. Don't take the goodness for yourself and you don't pass the torch to someone else. There are so many people within this cleaning industry that crash. They don't stay the course. They find that their back is up against the wall. And that is what Cleaner Connect does. We bridge the gap amongst cleaning service providers. So we welcome everyone to come.
Love it. Love it. All right. So now I see, Landa, your company, your actual cleaning company name is Essential Janitorial Solutions. And I know Angel Shackelford, I say Angel, Angel, I know yours is Bust Down, Scrub Down Cleaning. So tell us about, like, how did y'all come up with y'all company names?
Well, I've gone through a few names. Okay. But with Essential Janitorial Solution, this came about in 2020. I started the cleaning in 2016, but it was always like, just a side hustle. But I always had like a little legit name. So in 2020, when I was trying to file a LLC, Fresh Cleaning Services was taken. So I'm like, okay, I could do maybe something else. But at the time, I'm not, what is it? I'm not a creative person. And a friend was helping me bouncing ideas, and I'm like, well, right now I'm an essential worker. Like, I'm going to clean this gym. At that time we were cleaning a gym, and 2 times a week. It got down to 1 time a week because of COVID, but I'm like, I'm essential. It's like, oh yeah, it essential janitorial solutions. And that was it. And ever since then, I filed my LLC. It was approved. There was no other name that had it, at least not here, I guess, in the state of Florida. But Essential Janitorial Solution. And from there, it allowed me to create a brand to let people know, hey, I'm essential for pretty much anything.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How
Yeah.
about you, Angel?
I was Angel's Cleaning Service at first. It was very simple, legit. That's when I was a sole proprietor, and it was just so saturated. So Angel's Cleaning Service was every single where. But while I had Angel's Cleaning Service, I would always be like, "We about to go bust it down. Y'all about to get a bust down session." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm using this word over and over. Literally, if I ain't, I'm busting a child. I'm busting down some suds." So since I double dip and do
I
both,
can't.
I'm like, hey, I'm bust down, scrub down cleaning services. And everybody loves that name. They like, even my clients to this day, they like, Angel, I'm ready for my bust down session. So it's like it's certified, and that's who I am. Bust down, scrub down.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now,
Yeah.
tell us about the services that your company offers. Is it just commercial, just residential, both, Airbnb? Like, what services does your company offer?
Yeah, we offer all services. Again, Cleaner Connect has helped us to, do that. And that's where the bulk of my money comes from subcontractors, helping other business owners stay afloat, teaching them the same thing that we're doing as well, commingling with other business owners, staying the course with other business owners, and just keeping in touch. I don't want you to feel that I'm a person that just comes to you when it's an opportunity. Like, let me know if you're having a bad day. What can we do to help you? So it is broad because of Cleaner Connect, and I encourage other, people if they do want to, start Cleaner Connect or do something similar. It is very healthy within what you're creating and building upon within your business. So it's awesome.
Okay. How about you, Lana?
As for me, I do mainly commercial. I do residential on the side, to stay afloat, but that's all my business partner work right there. For me, it's really just the commercial. So we do office. I prefer to do large unit turnovers, so multi-unit turnovers, student housing, those type of things. Post constructions, love those. But the residential,
How many
we
did you
lived
turn
it.
over in a 2-week period?
174 dorms.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
But that's crazy. But you see the things that she clean like 4 hours that takes me like 12, and I'm like,
Right.
see, yeah.
So I guess with that said, though, because I hear a lot of people struggling with like turnovers, right? With that said, what advice would you give to people who say, they kind of got away from turnovers because it takes too long for them or they can't figure out how to make it work? What advice would you give?
With turnover, the biggest advice I would say to make sure you pre-planned. You have to plan ahead of time. And then it's all about asking the right questions. Okay, when know your deadline. Know your deadline. If you have by the 10th of August, have your own personal deadline. Okay, if I have by the 10th, let's try to get it done by the 8th. So we have 2 days for discrepancies. That's one thing. The second thing and the biggest thing is the high turnover with the staff. Actually, one thing that always helped me, I feel like I shouldn't give this for free, but is ask the complex, can we work overnight? Can we work overnight? One complex allowed me to do that. And so I had people with regular 9 to 5 that's like, hey, Landa, I get up at 4. I get up at 5. I can come in and work up until 10. I'm like, okay, cool. Come. So I had multiple shifts and people were coming throughout the day. Make it flat rate. If it's not a flat rate for your staff, you're going to lose. Make it flat rate. Hey, here are the rooms. I'm paying what it's, and I did the rooms by myself. You got to test them. The room takes about, with Angel speed, she can do it at 30. I do it in 45 minutes because it's really the bathroom that's the biggest bulk, right? I do the bathroom first and then you do the room. It takes me 45 minutes and I'm a slow cleaner. So if it takes me 45 minutes, I give you an hour. Hour 10 minutes, I pay you, hey, if I'm paying you 50 for each room, and I tell everybody how much money you make is all on you.
Mhm.
I have 200 rooms or however amount of rooms I have. Here's the list for the day. There's 20. First come, first serve.
Yep.
Let's get it. So if you're not ready, and then I give people that wants to do the whole period, I give you like the first 2 days. Figure out if this is for you. There's no time to babysit. I don't want to be mean, but you clean 3 rooms today. Can you do it tomorrow? I don't mind. Like, just tell me. Just come in the middle of the day when you're ready, but guarantee me you can knock out at least 3 rooms when you
Yeah.
come. If you can't, stay home.
Yeah.
If
Now
you
that's a
can,
now I was
those
gonna say
things,
that's a
yeah,
gem right there. That one, especially the overnight tip. Now that
yeah.
was huge right there for sure. And then
Mhm.
Angel, you a fast cleaner. I'm like Landa, I'm slow. Like I'm very, very effective, but not efficient because it's gonna be a while, but it's gonna be right though. And so I
Right.
guess I want to ask you this, Angel. Then, so what advice would you give to people who want to improve on their speed?
It's really not something that a person can do. You can find ways to cut corners, but then like you said, it won't be efficient. It's honestly here, up here I already see it complete when I go in. And product, I'm big on product, to add to what she was saying about the turnovers. If you're fully delegating, then the turnover time shouldn't be a problem. If the turnover time is a problem, then you may not be delegating enough people and then having enough products as well. A lot of times you hang up time because you got to dip into your money, to make more money, and you're not really seeing your profit as well. But just being effective and cleaning, it's up here for me. I see things complete before I'm starting them.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. Now, you did speak of having a team. So I want to ask y'all both this: like, how much time would you say you're spending out in the field right now, just in the cleaning side of your company?
Marketing or just in the field working?
Just in the field. Yeah, we're actually cleaning.
I can average probably about maybe about 5 days a week, and I do a client a day. If I
Okay.
am doing anything over one client a day, then that's where the workers are coming in, and which Landa is a huge asset because the Haitian Creole community, she has a huge team when it comes to that, and we commingle, so we use each other's workers, but she staffs as well. So if anyone within Cleaner Connect, they need someone to staff, they need staff, they can come to her for that.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, I was going to ask you this too as well, but I want to get out of the cleaning business side of things. I think we gave him a little bit of enough gems on that. Now I want to kind of jump into this. I want to ask you this, Angel, because I asked you to host the conference because of this
Mhm.
main thing, which was your energy, right? So I gotta ask you this: like, have you always moved with the confidence and the energy that you move with? Have you always been that way, or is it something that like happened to you along the way that kind of made you get to this point?
I would say I always have. My mom said I was always chatty. I love to communicate with people. In school, I was that type that, I didn't know, of course, because I was a child. But when I got done with my work, I'm bothering you and you need to get done with your work. So I was in the gifted classes. And I'm not saying I'm super smart because the children, they know way more than me. I'm kind of slow now. But I guess it's always been a part of me. But, as you get older and you see what it does for you as an individual, you know what you can do for other people. So it's
Yeah,
either you're going to show them the better side and help people and, be happy doing what you're doing at the same time, or you're just going to, stay reserved and maybe just, sit to the side and you're not really engaged. Well, I love people. So I fully engage with everybody every day.
that's what's up. And so you basically always been like that, and you brought up the kids a few times already. And I wanted to ask you this, like, because I see you on Facebook, I see you with the kids. Y'all always doing something, and it's like, I guess what I wanted to ask you is like, how do you get that energy to continue to go the extra mile for them? You know what I mean? Like you are, it's like you, and I don't know you like that, but it's kind of evident. You know what I mean? So where you get that energy from to always just go the extra mile for the kids?
I mean, being a single mom, you got to overcompensate. And I could never be a father, but, I've had to position my sons with other men that, were that healthy masculine side that were working, doing things that I knew I wanted my sons to do. So I was fully delegating in that arena as well. And then, running my hair business in the home, I've always worked a job around my children. I never wanted my children to have to work around my job. So I did a lot of things for sacrifice for my children. And once they, show me a little bit of what they like, it's easy for me to teach them how to love it because they're already doing it naturally.
Right.
A lot of times parents have their children walking in their shoes, and that's just very unhealthy. Whatever you couldn't do when you were younger, that's on you. Your children should be able to grow into what they want to be. So I'm always encouraging my children to try new things, whatever they just have a little ounce of interest in. It's like, hey, let me look up a program, let me see who's offering this, let me help my children to explore, because laziness is just you can't sit around. I'm serious, and just be lazy, not doing anything. You know how sometimes summertime come, I don't want them to be a worker machine. Like, you can sleep in, you don't have to. Sometimes they help me within the cleaning businesses, they don't always help me during the summer, but you need to actively be doing something. So since they already know to expect that from me, a lot of times they're coming and they're presenting things to me that I used to have to do, to present to them. So they honestly, they know the rotation, they know the shift, they know what to expect from themselves. So it used to be, you want your children to make you proud. I tell them they need to make themselves proud. So
That's,
now, the torch is in their hands and they're doing real good.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, will we Landon coming to the conference as well? We both coming?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Okay. Bet.
EJS, EBS is going to be in the building, and she going to get bust up too because she young enough to be my child.
That's
Yes.
right. But so with
The
that
best
said,
we have.
what can we expect from you, Angel, at the conference as the host, the official host of the 2025 Clean Biz Network Conference? What can we expect?
Listen, y'all expect all the love and all the positive feedback. And we're going to get to the net of things. No one's coming in there leading with all those greatness and what they're doing. We want to find out how we can help you, because business owners are suffering. We want you to stay in business, but in order to stay in business, you got to stand on business. You have to be very transparent and you need to open up. So even if you need to have a one-on-one with me to the side, let me know what you're going through so we can help you grow through that. Stop going through stuff and learn to grow through it. And collectively, we can do that. And a couple of my children are going to be there as well. So you'll get some insight from them as well. And it's going to be a lot of giveaways. And I want you all to know that Tampa is bringing a lot of flavor to bless Duval. Yes,
Ball.
Duval. Yes. And I'm just happy to be there with you all. This is where my energy comes from, because I'm in an industry that I love. I love what I do. And I love to see other people just as successful. And I love to learn from the ones that are even more successful than I am.
I love it. And look, I love the gifts too. That sounds fun. Matter of fact, I still got my mug that you gifted me. I meant to have it so I
Oh,
can be showing it off in this
sipping.
interview, but they see me on the live sometime, right? I try to sip out of that now. But anyway, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. So, oh, and you've been to the last two conferences, by the way. So just real quick before we get off the conference topic, who would you recommend comes to the Clean Biz Network conference as somebody who's been there as a patron and now there as a host? Who would you recommend that actually should come to the CBN conference?
I think that CBN is good for those that are in the industry, of course, but it's good for those that are thinking about starting a cleaning company. Even if you want to come in and you want to fully delegate, you don't want to actually work the business, you want to actually be a business owner, because a lot of people don't understand, like, if you working your business, you just a certified self-employed worker. I happen to be that. I don't care. I mean, that's who I am, because I
Yeah,
still actively work, bust down. But if you want to fully take yourself away from that, you can actually learn from people like AJ. You can learn from the other people that are going to be on the panel. So don't be afraid and say, I'm not really making the income, I'm not really doing what I probably should be doing, and don't compare yourself to other people and stop getting in your own way. So if you're thinking about starting a cleaning company, if you have an established cleaning company, if you're just curious to learn more about the cleaning industry, Clean Biz Network is where you should be at. So you're going to be full, and it's entertainment. It's lots of feedback that you're going to learn, and it's lots of things that you'll be able to give your insight about, because you're going to hear something that sparks that memory in your mind, and it may get you and get those wheels turning for you. So if you're there, you can definitely grow with us and you can learn a lot.
I love it. I love it. Now, Miss Landa, I'm gonna switch the topic a little bit and I'm gonna go to you and I'm gonna ask you this.
Mhm.
Partnership. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about partnering with somebody? Because me personally, I've done it like twice in the past. It
Mhm.
wasn't necessarily bad, but I just decided that I don't know. I mean, going forward. So I'm asking you, since you two, you seem to be having a good partnership so far. So, what advice would you give to somebody looking to partner?
My biggest thing, because especially based on how we came about,
Yeah,
find somebody that now that I'm in it, make sure you two like align,
yeah,
right? Make sure you have someone that it is going to stay the course in this business. It's not like oh, this is just a little dream, or I'm gonna do this right now because it's hot. Make sure you guys align in what you are trying to do. That's the biggest thing. Be able to handle transparency
hmm,
and honesty. Because we all say we want that,
yeah,
right? But can I sit down and tell you about yourself? No cuss word, just nicely to tell you you have not been doing your okay.
yeah,
And we all say we want that until we are in that moment.
right,
Do you know how to take those feedback and really like, dang, well, she wasn't nice with it, but I
right,
understand. We
right,
always do that. It's like, okay, it's like, and one of the thing me and Angel guys say, oh, I'm going to swing on you. I need to swing on you about something. And, it's playful, but at the same time, hey, we very much serious. Like, hey, I'm going to just tell you, like, hey, business partner to business partner or woman to woman, this is it. So that, and then also, too, know for yourself, at least have enough self awareness to know when you're slacking. Have
yeah,
enough self awareness to know when you're slacking or when you're not doing your part, and understand understand why you wanted the partnership and the role that you were playing or supposed to play from the get go. Because what one thing me and Miss Angel have, especially as women,
mhm,
is that Miss Angel's the people person. I'm a people person, right? But I'm more of a business. Let's keep it firm. Let's be black and white.
yeah,
Miss Angel's the people person, and women, we already have the we can be catty and all that stuff. And if you both want the limelight, make sure you say that. Make
yeah,
sure you upfront about that. I don't have Miss Angel push me to trying to do things. I'm like, Miss Angel, I want to work on my public speaking so I can get more like, hey, hire me to do a training video for your company, not
yeah,
hire me to host some. I don't care to do that. Oh,
right,
let's put something small together. But it's knowing like what you wanted in the partnership. I wanted somebody that would push me, that would, help me in a lot of ways. But hey, I'm very technical. I'll get the paperwork done, Angel. I'll do this. I'll send the email, but please don't ask me to go and speak in front of people, man. Like But that's her. But
Yeah.
we understand our role and we play it well and we push each other to try to do little things. I'll say, yeah, you got to do this.
Yeah.
She said, but this is you. It's technical. I'm like, yeah. Or she'll play the old card that, oh, I'm old. You young. It's like, no. The same way you pushing me to do these networking events, standing up, speaking up, it's the same thing. So, like those things, I was saying to just make sure you have them. And
Mhm.
really, really, it goes back to knowing your goal and understanding like where you two align and be able to handle that criticism. Because if you can't, every time we gotta address something, you're gonna be in your feelings and
Walking
want to
on
wake up.
eggshells.
There you
Want to
go.
wake up. Yeah. So
Hey, that's great
Yeah.
advice for any type of partnership. Like, yeah, great advice. So I love that. Now, and speaking of, you said Angel try to play the old card. And you can't because you clean faster than everybody, so you can't even play that card.
You know,
exactly.
the mind. I don't want to do the mind thing. I'm like, I
Okay.
gotta think on that. No, I don't want to do that.
Okay. We're gonna jump into this lightning round. Basically what I'm gonna do is say a word or a phrase or something. You basically just say the first thing that comes to mind. So we'll take turns doing it. I guess I'll start with Angel and then we'll go to Landa. All right. So first word is Tampa.
Florida.
All right. What you got, Landa? Tampa.
Oh wait, I'm saying insert to the same word too. Oh my
Yeah, we're gonna
bad.
do the same one. Yeah.
Oh, oh man, Tampa. Oh crap. I forgot Mexican food.
Okay.
They,
Hey, we got some good Mexican food. I'm sorry.
we
But
do.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I get
Let's
the
see.
thing
Next
now.
one: Facebook or TikTok for your business.
TikTok.
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay. That y'all said the opposite of what I expected y'all to say.
Hmm.
Can we? Y'all want to elaborate?
TikTok has allowed me to go global. So I traveled with TikTok. I've been to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, Georgetown, South Carolina, and Devon, Florida.
Wow.
Facebook, it keeps my numbers growing, but TikTok allows me to do what I love, and that's travel.
Okay. But
Yeah.
how about you, Landa? Why Facebook?
I love TikTok for the views, but it's too much work. I feel like to upload on TikTok. With Facebook, it's a little quicker. And
Yeah.
I can share to a lot of places at once. With
Um,
TikTok, you just at the mercy of the algorithm. And yes, people are seeing it, but if you don't build a local following, it's kind of
right.
like, all right, well, I'm not Angel. I'm not trying to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I prefer Facebook. That's it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. But your definition of wealth.
My health.
Okay.
Yep.
Landa.
My health too and convenience.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. All right. Your definition of success.
Landa.
Convenience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Success, growth within others.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
The cleaning industry.
BDSD.
Okay.
Billions of dollars. That's what I know. Yeah.
And it's a fact, by the way. I just read a report on the industry. I think they said we approaching 120, I think, billion in this
It's
industry.
crazy
Yeah,
growth.
great. So, all right, next one. Family.
Love.
Okay.
Food.
Okay.
Jumu. Jumu.
This one don't even know how to pronounce the subjumu, man.
Oh, Jumu. Sorry, Jumu.
I can't.
This is funny. All right, but next one. Your thoughts on gratitude.
Landa.
I'm first. Okay.
Mhm.
My thought on gratitude is the ability to just be thankful and and it doesn't always have to be about the tangible things like me giving you a gift. Just be thankful for things that you really can put a price on. Recently I thank Miss Angel for teaching me how to leave people where they at.
Mhm.
I did not know, but really putting what she taught me into perspective, it saved me actual money,
Yeah,
time, mileage, gas, had I not learned this, because I would have still do the same thing. So
fact.
with gratitude, and it's about being thankful for the things that you can't put a price on or put a hand on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough, Miss Angel.
I think of being thankful, and I also think of how I can, my works of what I've done, how it's
Mhm.
resonating with others and with my children, for one, because they'll call you out in a minute. They know we don't condone wrong, and it just shows me that that level of attention that I've given them is a reflection. So it's always good to see your works being reciprocated amongst those you live with, because those are the ones you got to see every day. So it starts at home for me first. I can give the world a lot, but I gotta work within my home first.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Next one. Yeah, I was about to elaborate on that, but I'm gonna let it live. That was a good
Go
touch.
ahead.
All right, but no, because I just see that very, very often. You know what I mean?
Okay.
People that take for granted the people that's closest to them, and then treat everybody else great. But it's like, well, don't forget about their actual loved ones. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a great point. But all right, bam. Who was your role model growing up, or your role model now, if you have one?
My
Uh,
dad,
Okay,
Landa. Sorry.
for me, it was my grandmother.
nice.
Mm.
That's what's up. You know what? I expected y'all to say somebody famous, so I love that. That was all right. Cool. Next one we got is your favorite hobby when you got some free time.
Sleep.
Dancing.
Okay. What was yours, Landa?
Dancing.
Dancing. Okay, but fair enough.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Next one. Best decision you've made in business so far.
To grow Cleaner Connect, to work with other cleaning service providers.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
To stay in the course full time, because I've thought about going back to a job a few times.
I am
Right.
so proud of her as well. How long has it been for you?
It's been a full year of my
I'm
first time
so
going full time with no
proud of
job, no
her.
nothing on the side, just whatever the business bring me. We just at your mercy.
Yeah.
So proud of you.
That's that freedom you were speaking about. You didn't say freedom. You said another word though, but I take it as freedom. You said
Convenience.
convenience. There we go. Yep.
Yes.
That's that
Yeah.
convenience. Yeah, for sure.
Convenience is also, freedom. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. All
Yes.
right, but and then the last one I got for y'all. I all right, top five entrepreneurs all time.
I have to think on that one. Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
But how about this? Let's do this. Your favorite entrepreneur. If you can look up any one entrepreneur, who would it be?
Debbie Sardone.
But
I love her.
but
Been
shout out to
loving
Miss
her for
Debbie.
years.
Right.
Shout out to Debbie.
Right. Spoke at the other CBN conferences in the past. So
Yes.
shout out to Debbie. All right. And who you got, Miss Landa?
The lady from Shark Tank, Barbara Cork.
Okay.
I can't put. I'm not gonna do it to her,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
Barbara, I think
I
it's
love her.
Corcoran. Yeah, but okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shark Tank it is. All right, y'all. So that wrap up the lightning round. I got a couple more questions and then we're gonna wrap up the actual interview. All right. So if you could do anything differently in your business, like after knowing what you know, being in business for the time that you've been in, if you could start all over and change something this time around, what would you change?
I would have fully delegated. I wouldn't have been so dissolved within the business.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Landa.
I would have started subbing out sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Right. It's like basically, but
Okay.
build a system. All right, but fair
Mm-hmm.
enough.
Yes.
And then my next question would be if somebody's watching this video right now or listening to it on the podcast, and they're thinking about starting a business, but they're just kind of scared. They don't want to quit that job, or they're scared to make that jump, or they just nervous they might fail in business. What advice would you give to that person right now?
Call me 813-850-1521. Let's grow your business. Do not wait. Do not allow years, months, days to go by where you're still trying to figure it out. Just jump right into it. Do it right the first time, and your business will be successful.
I love it. I love it. Landa?
And this is why she's my business partner. This is why, because she's the salesperson. But for me, I would say make it a side hustle. Do it as a side hustle for now. Let's see how it is. How many days you have off? Hey, I want to start a cleaning business. I want to start soft right now. I'm off Saturday and Sundays. I'm willing to take clients Saturdays and on the evening. If it's something small, if you need like a bathroom or maybe your fridge clean, just call me. I can work out a schedule, but start start out as a side hustle so you can see how you can work into it, and then go to YouTube University. Start learning. Start learning your ins and out. And then, If it's really something that you want to do, just make sure whatever fear you have, start working on that fear. Is it okay? We both would like to quit. We all would like to quit our job and focus on it. But do you have that kind of money saved up? Do you earn enough to come up with that kind of money pretty fast?
Yeah.
So in the meantime, it's a side hustle. Work on the fears and work on learning your industry.
Great advice. I love it. All right, y'all. Miss Landa, Francois, I believe I said that correctly, and Angel
Yeah.
Shackelford, thank y'all so much for coming on. Let the people know how can they follow y'all journey and contact y'all if they need y'all again, please.
You can follow me on all social media platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Also follow our stand store, Cleaner Connect, where you can find more details for your business that you may be curious about. You may just be missing a little piece of paperwork. We have that within our stand store. And we also have a Facebook group, Cleaner Connect. We're also on Instagram, Cleaner Connect, and we are a hub for cleaning service providers. You are not alone. You can grow with us.
As for me, you guys can find me everywhere online as Landa Cleans. Yes, cleaning is my last name. Cleans, like Landa Cleans. On LinkedIn, I go by my name, my real name, Landa Francois. So wherever you at, and then you guys know my business. I have Essential Janitorial Solution. That's my commercial cleaning company. And Essential Business Solution. It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm essential for all your business needs. You need documents, staffing, people, whatever you need. I'm your girl. Um, Outside of that, that's it.
All right. Thank y'all so much for coming on. I appreciate it. All right. And make sure y'all meet us all at the CBN conference. Go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets. Actually, there's a link right there at the bottom. Go to that link, and then there's also going to be a link in the comments as well as in the description of this video. Y'all click that link. Go get your tickets. Meet us all there at the CBN conference. It's July 23rd through 25th in Jacksonville, Florida. And we'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all.
All right, sounds good. Have a good day.
What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons, and it's time again, y'all. We're doing the Clean Biz Network Conference again this July 23rd through the 25th, 2025. Get your tickets at cbnconference.com. But before you do that, let me tell you why you should do it. Y'all already know how we gonna do it, y'all. We got so many guest speakers for y'all. Top notch as always. I'm talking Carolyn Arellano. I'm talking Andrew Lewis, that is, from the automation program. You know myself as well, I'm definitely gonna be a speaker this year. And I got some surprises for y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all all the speakers ahead of time. You just gotta get in the building, all right? But you already know it's gonna be top notch, and we definitely gonna have some featured guests. You already know Tenacity Clean, Tenacity Academy will be in the building. DJ The Boss is scheduled to be here as well. Peter Bolin is definitely scheduled to be here, and he's also a sponsor for this year's event. Shout out to Peter. Mario Kelly will definitely be in the building. You do not want to miss this event, y'all. Make sure you get your tickets. Okay, so now, this area we're in right here, this is where all our vendors and sponsors will be. So if you kind of get a look at these tables here, you see we're gonna have the food trays out. We're gonna have the vendors nonstop. I mean, it's gonna be real. Y'all know how we do it here at CBN, y'all. And then I'm gonna take you into the actual conference area. So if we walk into here, and so this is not even close to what we got going on. You see that wall right there? It opens. And so we're gonna open that wall all the way down to accommodate the 200 cleaning business owners all over the country and beyond the country, because shout out to Canada. Canada always shows up for us, and other countries as well. And so we all gonna come out. It'll be a big enough space to accommodate all of us, hundreds of cleaning business owners all in one area, coming together, almost like a family reunion, getting educated and getting celebrated, y'all. And as you can see, plenty of entertainment. Like I said, bring the kids, y'all. We got the pool area. It's Florida, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be chilling, it's a vibe, y'all. Palm trees, just waiting, you know what I mean? How you chilling in the sun, just the way we do down here in Florida, y'all. Now, if you like me, you know you're gonna wanna get your workout on. So we definitely got the workout center over here. Come on, get your workout in. Just cause we out here, we on vacation a little bit, we business a little bit, but we definitely gotta stay in shape. Health as well, we already know that. So you already know where I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna meet me at the bar. Y'all know I prefer a beer, so if you wanna treat me to a drink, Just bring me a little Michelob Ultra or Bud Light, I'll be just fine, all right? But we definitely gonna have the bar for y'all open as well. Come on, pull up and get you a drink and get comfortable. Meet some people, collab, man, get out that house and come network with us. All right, now I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about this little pool table right here. Tenacity Academy team came over here, Miss Johnson, Miss Tamika, they came over here, they played me and Regina. They lost, right? They lost to us in a little game of pool. So if y'all trying to get next on this pool table, make sure y'all come meet us here at the Clean Business Network Conference in 2025, y'all, come on. All right, look, y'all. So I showed you around, let you see what it's gonna be. It's your chance just to pull up, man. Come on out here, chill with us, build with the #1 cleaning business network in the industry, y'all. The Clean Biz Network. Meet us at our annual conference down here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's always sunny. Y'all know the vibes with me. We chilling, but we also gonna learn, we gonna get educated, and we gonna turn up. We gonna celebrate our industry, y'all, because we are the most overworked and most overlooked, y'all. So it's time that you come get celebrated and get the flowers that you deserve, y'all. Meet me down here, Jacksonville, Florida, July 23rd through the 25th. Get your tickets at www.cbnconference.com. We're gonna have a live DJ throughout the entire event. You already know how we do it. The best speakers in the world is gonna be here for the industry, y'all. We got cleaning companies coming from all over the country as well as outside of the country, y'all. This is that one event every year that you do not want to miss. Don't be the one. Don't be that one this year saying, oh, I should have came. Oh, when's the next one? You never know what's going to be the next one or not. So come to this one, y'all. Get your tickets. I'm AJ Simmons. I'll talk to y'all later.